listeners out there. I'm so glad to have you here for Poetry and Props. Whatever you have to wear, any leftover Halloween things, crazy boas you have sitting around your house, anything that you have is good to play and have fun with and do some acting. When we do poetry, we don't want to just gallop along with the word ba-bum, 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 like so many kids do. We want to be storytellers. We want to get every piece of our body involved, our faces. We want to lean in and come back. We want to use our hands, use our different voices to do their different poems. And we just have a lot of fun with them. So the first one we're going to do is called If I Were 1 Inch Tall. 1 inch tall it's called. And it's imagining what life would be like if you were only 1 inch tall. And you'd be, just think how tiny you'd be on the floor. So here we go. If you were only 1 inch tall, you'd ride a worm to school. A teardrop from a crying ant would be your swimming pool. A crumb of cake would be a feast, and it would last you 7 days at least. A flea would be a frightening beast if you were 1 inch tall. If you were only 1 inch tall, you'd walk beneath the door, and it would take about a month to get down to the store. A bit of fluff could be your bed. You'd swing upon a spider's thread. You could wear a thimble on your head if you were 1 inch tall. You'd surf across the kitchen sink upon a stick of gum. You couldn't hug your mama. You'd just have to hug her thumb. You'd run from people's feet in fright. To move a pen would take all night. This poem took 14 years to write because I'm just 1 inch tall. So isn't that a good one to do? So much fun. And just think if you were, you know how there's a little crack beneath the door when you look at your door when you shut it? That's what it would be. So the next one we're going to do is Remoto Dad. And for this one, you can use the TV remote control and do all the things. And it's really good if you have somebody to do it with you, a brother or sister, if mom could take a minute or dad. And you're pushing the buttons and they are doing the actions. And it makes it so much more fun. So this one says, it's just like a TV remote control, except that it works on fathers. You just push the thing that you want him to do, and he does it without any bother. If you want him to dance, just push 5. Da, 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 da. That's what your person's doing. If you want him to sing, push 7, and your person goes la 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 la. If you want him to raise your allowance a bit, simply push 11, and the person should go, here's your allowance, son or daughter. Thanks, Dad. If you want him quiet, just hit mute. And the person's going. 14 will make him cough. And the person starts going. You want him to stop picking on you, yelling and telling you what not to do, stop bossing you for an hour or two, simply push power off. And the person that's acting with you goes, boom. So that's a super fun one. I love that one. Oh my gosh, I didn't tie my apron on. I just put it on. Okay, we're going to do one more today called Bear in There. And Bear in There, I don't have a refrigerator. They call it a frigidare. And I do not have a polar bear here. So we're going to have to just make our audience believe we have that. We're going to pretend to open the refrigerator door. Shocked look on her face because there is a polar bear sitting in there. So let me do it for you. This is one that we're going to start memorizing next week. So I'm just going to do it for you for today. Ah, there's a polar bear in our frigidare. He likes it because it's cold in there with his seat in the meat and his face in the fish and his big hairy paws in our buttery dish. He's nibbling the noodles. He's munching the rice. He's slurping our soda. Oh, he's licking our ice. And he lets out a roar when you open that door. And it gives me a scare to know he's in there. That polary bear in our frigidare. That's a super fun one. Do you hear how they call your refrigerator your frigidare? Just kind of a fun word. Shel Silverstein plays with words and visuals, and he just makes it wild and crazy. So we're going to do a couple of the poems that we have been learning all along. So hopefully these are ones that you just stand up and go, oh, I know hot dog. Oh, I know polish the stars. Oh, I know homework machine. Hopefully you're getting to know that one. So let's start with hot dog. We'll do that one together. You ready? I have a hot dog for a pet. It's the only kind my folks would let me get. He does smell sort of bad, and yet he absolutely never gets the sofa wet. We have a butcher for a vet, the strangest vet you've ever met. I guess we're the weirdest family yet to have a hot dog for a pet. Good one. How did you do with that one? I bet you have that down just like that. Once you have it, then you want to work on your expression, your face, all those kinds of things when you do it. Okay, so we're going to move on to treehouse. So this one goes like this. A tree house, a free house, a secret you and me house, high up in the leafy branches, cozy as can be house, a street house, a neat house, a be sure you wipe your feet house. That's not my kind of house at all. Let's go live in a tree house. Isn't that a fun one? You want to do it one more time together? Okay, let's do that one. A tree house, a free house, a secret you and me house, high up in the leafy branches, cozy as can be house, street house, a neat house, a be sure you wipe your feet house. That is not my kind of house at all. Let's go live in a tree house. How about that one? That is a good and fun one. And another one we'll do is the lion's cage, dark in there. And this one, let's just pretend that we have props. Pretend we're in a lion's stomach in case you don't have a prop like this where you can get behind it and look like you're in the lion's stomach. So this one says, dark in here. I'm writing these lines from inside a lion, and it's rather dark in here. So please excuse my handwriting, which may not be too clear. But this afternoon, by the lion's cage, I'm afraid I got too near. So I'm writing these lines from inside a lion, and it's rather dark in here. Good job. Fabuloso. Want to do it one more time? Okay. I'm writing these lines from inside a lion, and it's rather dark in here. So please excuse my handwriting, which may not be too clear. But this afternoon by the lion's cage, I'm afraid I got too near. So I'm writing these lines from inside a lion, and it's rather dark in here. You can kind of look up like you're inside the lion, like I'm inside this lion, which would be terrible. All right, our two new ones that we've been working on are Reginald Clark, I'm Afraid of the Dark. So this is the one we're going to be doing today. So this one is about a little boy who is scared of the dark, and he is just like nervous to be in the dark. So we'll do this one together. It starts with, I'm Reginald Clark, and I'm afraid of the dark. So I always insist, which means I demand it, on the light on, with my teddy to hug, and my blankie to rub, and my thumbie to suck or to bite on. And here comes the number part. And remember, it's 3, 2, 2, 5. But if you substitute any number, it doesn't matter what it is. 3 bedtime stories, 2 trips to the toilet, 2 prayers, and 5 hugs from my mommy. Those are all the stall techniques, so he doesn't have to go to bed. And it ends with, I'm Reginald Clark, and I'm afraid of the dark. So please, don't close this book on me. Okay, let's try it together. Here we go. I'm Reginald Clark, and I'm afraid of the dark. So I always insist on the light on, and my teddy to hug, and my blankie to rub, and my thumbie to suck or to bite on. 3 bedtime stories, 2 trips to the toilet, 2 prayers, and 5 hugs from my mommy. I'm Reginald Clark, and I'm afraid of the dark. So please don't close this book on me. Good job. Fabuloso. Should we try it again? Okay. And when you do your teddy and your blankie, make sure you give each one a little bit of time to actually suck your thumb, to rub your blankie, to hug your teddy. Go nice and slow with that. Okay, you ready? I am Reginald Clark, and I'm afraid of the dark, so I always insist on the light on. And my teddy to hug, and my blankie to rub, and my thumbie to suck or to bite on. 3 bedtime stories, 2 trips to the toilet, 2 prayers, and 5 hugs from my mommy. I'm Reginald Clark, and I'm afraid of the dark. So please, don't close this book on me. Good job, you guys. Fabulous. Okay, for our last one that we're going to do today, we're going to do homework machine a couple times through to finish off our day. So that will be good. I love Reginald Clark. Don't you love that one? You probably by now have some favorites. So we know Hot Dog, Polish the Stars, Treehouse. What's our 4th one? Hot Dog, Polish the Stars, Treehouse. There's one more easier one. And then we have Homework Machine. So that's 4. That's actually 5 of whatever. We have Lion's Cage. And we have Reginald Clark, We're Afraid of the Dark. So that's a good one. Okay, so let's do Homework Machine together. And remember, it's a contraption that you are going, this is the best thing you've ever seen in your whole life. And you can't believe what it does. It does your homework for you. All right, here we go. Get your excited voices on. The homework machine. Oh, the homework machine. The most perfect contraption that's ever been seen. Just put in your homework. Drop in a dime. Blink. Snap on the switch. Boop. And in 10 seconds time, your homework comes out. Quick and clean as can be. Here it is. 9 plus 4. And the answer is 3. 3? Oh, me. I guess it's not as perfect as I thought it would be. How'd you do on that one? Great. Do you notice every time I do it a tiny bit different. I use different emphasis in my voice. I might make it sound a little bit different. You could do it different every single time you do it. All right, let's try it one more time before we go today. The homework machine. Oh, the homework machine. It's the most perfect contraption that has ever been seen. Just put in your homework, drop in a dime, blink, snap on the switch, bloop, and in 10 seconds time, your homework comes out. Quick and clean as can be. Here it is. 9 plus 4, and the answer is 3. 3? Oh, me. I guess it's not as perfect as I thought it would be. Good job. I almost had a cough right there. So I hope every time you do it, you're practicing new and different voices. We're trying to be entertaining for the people that we say it to. We want to kind of be a little one-man act up here. So you want to use voice, you want to have face, you want to be fun to look at when people see you do it. So I hope you're putting on performances at home. You can contact Mrs. Choate to get on the morning news and perform 1 or 2 of your poems on the morning news. She's excited about that. So I hope you do that. I can't wait to see you doing it. Otherwise, have fun with them at home. Have fun practicing. You can rewind these over and over again while you're practicing the words until you get them. And you are going to be a Poetry Pocket person yourself. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. Can't wait. Bye, you guys.